Now, if we're going to find slope from a table, it's similar to when we're finding slope from a pair of points. It's going to be y's over x's for rise over run. So we're going to start by looking at the y's. When we read a table, we read it from top to bottom. So these y's, 21, 31, 41, 51, they're going up by tens. So y's are going up by tens. Now let's look at the x's. Again, from top to bottom, right? 4, 6, 8, 10. Those are going up by twos. Okay, so the x's are going up by 2. So y's go up by 10, that's going to be your rise. X's are going up by 2, that's going to be your run. And now we can actually do 2 divides evenly into 10. So in our brains, we're thinking it's division. If 2 didn't divide, if your denominator doesn't divide into the numerator, then you're thinking fraction reduce. If the denominator, the bottom number, divides evenly, we're thinking divide it. Okay, so 10 divided by 2 makes 5. So the slope of this table is 5, or 5 over 1 if you're thinking rise over run. Let's have you go ahead and try this one out on your own. Pause the video, then come on back and see how you did. So first we're going to check and see the y's go up by how much. Again, we're going to read it from top to bottom, negative 15, negative 10, negative 5, 0. If you're thinking temperature, the temperature is getting warmer by 5 degrees. In this case, it's a depth, so the submarine or whatever it is going up by 5 feet per, and then we'll find that out in a second here. So the y's are going up by 5s. Now let's look at the x's. X's go up by, from top to bottom, right? 2, 5, 8, 11. If you struggle with these, you can use subtraction. 5 minus 2 makes 3, or 2 plus what makes 5, plus what makes 8, plus what makes 11. It's plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. So we're adding 3 each row on the x's. So the x's are going up by 3. So remember, with our slope, that's rise over run. Rise goes with the y's, so that's going up by 5s, and then the run is going by 3s. So 5/3 is going to be the slope. Now, if you want to think rate with these, that would be 1.6 feet per second. In math, it's FT, and then the slash for the word per, and then S for seconds. Go ahead and try this one out on your own. Pause the video, then come on back and see how you did. Here we're looking at water level versus hours. We're still going to be finding the slope here, and we're doing rise over run for this. Remember, with a rise, that goes with the y's. So we're looking at the y values, reading from top to bottom, 100 to 85 to 70 to 55. You can use subtraction to figure out how much that is, or you can kind of figure it out. 100 minus 10 makes 90, minus another 5 makes 85. 85 minus a 5 makes 80, minus 10 makes 70. So it's a minus 5 and a minus 10 makes minus 15. Either way, we're subtracting 15 each time, or the water level is decreasing by 15 feet for every, we'll find that out in a second. So now we look at hours, okay? So our rise would be negative 15. Now we look at the x's for the run. So from top to bottom, 3 to 8 to 13 to 18, that's adding 5 each time. And again, you can use subtraction, 3 minus 8, if you struggle finding those numbers there. So the run, the x's are going by 5. So y's are going down by 15. X's are going up by 5s. 5 does divide evenly into 15, so we can go ahead and do that division. So that's going to equals a negative 3. So we have negative divided by positive, that's negative, and then 15 divided by 3 makes 15 divided by 5 makes 3 there. So when we're thinking, so the slope is negative 3, but when we're thinking rate, you actually have to like phrase in, use English to determine which direction this is. So this negative goes with the word down. It's water level, so it's going down 3 feet per hour. So the slope would be a negative 3. Now your rate would be a positive 3, but you use English words to describe if it's going up or going down. So in this case here, the rate is down 3 feet per hour, whereas the slope is negative 3. So that's the subtle difference between rate and slope, but basically it's the same number or absolute value of that number. Now, what if the x's don't go by the same amount? So the last examples, the x's all went by the same amount. So in this case here, we don't have that same amount. So it's a little bit extra spin that we're going to have to do. Okay, so the x's in this case, they're not going up by the same amount. This is a plus 4. This is a plus 3, 6. And this one here is going to be a plus 2. So the x's are going up by different amounts. The y's do the same thing. Okay, if we already know this is a linear one, the y's are going up by 2 between 4 and 6. Between 6 and 9, they're going by 3s. Between 9 and 10, going up by 1. Okay, so in this case here, if we already know it's linear, we only need to pick or select 2 rows. Normally, you just pick the easiest 2 rows. Okay, so slope, rise over run. If we're picking the top 2 rows, that's going to be a 2 over 4. If we're picking the middle 2 rows, that's going to be a 3 over 6. And if we're picking the bottom 2 rows, that's going to be a 1/2. 1/2 is the same thing as 2 over 4 or 3 over 6, just reduced. So if the numbers go by the same amount, you just figure out how much they go by. If they go by different amounts, you got to look at kind of each pair of rows separately.